Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As ladies and gentlemen, the crypto market has settled down since yesterday and the day before. Currently, Bitcoin's at $38,000, XRP right over 70 cents. We still have to see what direction the market wants to move. But all I've seen over the past few days is plenty of people become TA experts. I think this is my favorite one. This is someone's price projection for Bitcoin. I call this the up, down, left, right TA. Masterful precision. Now clearly this is a joke. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone thinks something different. But all we can do is have a strategy for ourselves and prepare. Personally speaking, I have my strategy, and we're going to get into that very shortly. But before I can continue, I have to briefly say thank you to Crypto Airy. She came through and surprised all of my mentees yesterday in a Zoom call. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a powerful little surprise that she gave all of us. The pink sparkle was felt around the world when she came in that room. And trust me when I tell you there are plenty of surprises that I have in store for any and all of the people that decide to come in. If you are interested, the link is down in the description below. Now with that being said, guys, I need to let all of you know and ask you a serious question. What do you think is about to happen in the crypto space? In my personal opinion, I think this was just a bull trap, and I think we could be going down a little bit, and it's not because I'm trying to FUD the market. I am a bigger bull in this crypto space than maybe anyone else on the planet. All I ever want to do is buy everything all the time, to the point where it actually could be considered irresponsible. Keep that in mind. So why do I think there is a possibility that we could go down? Ladies and gentlemen, I am holding onto all my long-term investments, all my long-term cryptos. The reason why I think that this downturn in just a very short term before we go up is possible is because they've been building this narrative for a while. Regulations in the short term will shock crypto markets. Bitcoin mining and China could shock crypto markets. Yes, Bitcoin mining is becoming more decentralized, but I still have to wait and see and project what I could anticipate happening. And the biggest thing that almost no one wants to talk about is Tether. Tether is something that I've always known is irresponsible. The executives are under a criminal investigation, and we hear from CNBC's Squawk Box, them giving an explanation why this could shock crypto markets too. Please take a listen.
Reports of a federal investigation into crypto stablecoin Tether moving crypto markets today, and Deidre Bosa has the latest. Deidre.
Good morning, Andrew. Well, scrutiny of Tether has been building for years, but the latest, according to Bloomberg, could bring criminal charges against its executives, marking the most significant crackdown yet on the crypto economy. Now, the DOJ probe into bank fraud reportedly focuses on conduct that occurred years ago when Tether was not used as widely. It now underpins more than half of all Bitcoin trades and has a market cap of $62 billion. Now, more recently, questions have been building surrounding Tether's reserves, which are not, in fact, backed one-to-one by US dollars, as was earlier marketed, but majority by commercial paper. Last week, I sat down in a rare interview with two Tether executives and tried to get to the bottom of what that commercial paper included. Have a listen.
When you say international commercial paper, are you willing to give us any more details? Chinese commercial paper is thought of very differently as Canadian commercial paper.
As Paolo mentioned, we guard our counterparties' relationships with great discretion. We have a lot of sensitive information inside our companies as retail-facing entrepreneurs, and we believe we've given sufficient transparency into that.
So no more details there, but Joe, the reason that this all matters is because Tether's current size, $62 billion market cap, may make it one of the largest commercial paper holders in the world. And Fitch Ratings has warned that a run on the crypto could actually destabilize short-term credit markets And many have said that Tether could be the weak link in the crypto economy. Back to you.
Anything negative that comes with Tether will shock crypto markets. No ifs, ands, or doubts about it in my personal opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bitcoin maxis will call Tether FUD a senseless FUD. There are plenty of other people that'll say the same. I'm not convinced. The reason is because if you have cash on the sidelines to buy that correction while also having your long-term positions in play, because having your long-term positions is most important. You must be in this market because this market will grow. But that little bit of cash could get you immaculate entry points, and that's where powerful ROI could be. Tether is something that I've always disliked. Tether has been facing scrutiny. They've been trying to come out with stablecoin regulations. They have been stating that stablecoins cause financial stability risks, and I think they're directly talking about Tether. Even Facebook's Diem, formerly known as Facebook's Libra. All of this is something you need to be made aware of, as it cannot be forgotten. This could shock markets. And if that's the case, my permabulls, my savages will be there to buy the dip or hold through it. And all I want to do is to mentally prepare you for any and all scenarios. Now we have this from my good friend Martin Volk. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel, as he's been putting out massive gems over on his channel, and give him a follow on Twitter. He states that there are yet more airdrops for XRP holders. The first NFTs based on real artwork. Aesthetis and Elysian. Elysian is the first token for the art and NFT industry running on the XRP ledger. After Flare and Songbird, another airdrop is coming for the XRP army. Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to know that this is for XRP holders specifically. Flare Spark token holders will be receiving numerous airdrops. Spark, Songbird, Y-Flare or Y-Fin, and S-Flare for Songbird. That's important that you all note this. If you own XRP, you will be eligible for Elysian. Keep that in your minds, as that's something to look forward to. Now, let me briefly shift your attention to something that broke last week. Goldman Sachs filed for a DeFi, decentralized finance ETF. This will give investors exposure to a global range of publicly traded crypto companies. Ladies and gentlemen, if crypto is a scam, and if crypto is going away, why is Goldman Sachs filing for not even a Bitcoin ETF, which is mainstream, which everyone is trying to file for, but a DeFi ETF? DeFi. Ladies and gentlemen, DeFi in its initial days was a little scammy. Now it's gaining credibility with sophisticated institutions. These institutions are all taking their place in the front lines, the starting block of the greatest financial paradigm shift in human history. And this should give you the confidence that the smart money, the institutions, the billionaires, the people in the know, they're getting ready. A lot of people have asked me, Bull, if these institutions and these billionaires are so bullish on crypto, then why? Why hasn't the price been moving? There's a very powerful reason. They've been purchasing their cryptos over the counter, or OTC. This refers to the process of how securities are traded via a broker-dealer network as opposed to a centralized exchange. What this means is, in layman's terms, very simply, institutions and very wealthy people have been buying things that don't affect the public price of cryptos. These billionaires and institutions have been buying cryptos so that it does not affect the public price of these assets. That's very, very manipulative. It is legal. We are allowed to do this. But these are ways that they choose to manipulate the game in their favor. And then, when there is a supply shock, eventually the prices will just catapult up. The news for the classes is, buy the damn dip. Buy capitulation. The news for the masses will be, Prices are now at all-time highs after the massive supply shock and price spike. Now it's safe to buy, when in reality that's the point of massive financial risk. I'm not sure if many of you knew that, but please understand this is a big reason why we haven't seen some prices absolutely blow up. We see from XRP researcher, Ripple partner Flutterwave, join forces with PayPal. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find Ripple ties underneath every single financial rock you look under. King Solomon goes on to say, this happened a little while ago. They're not just partners, they're the core infrastructure for African payments on Flutterwave Rave network. Flutterwave actually DM'd him personally and asked him to take down his Alipay connection to them a long time ago. That goes to show you how powerful these ties go. Kevin Cage posted an XRP Marshall connection. Notice Uber on this screenshot. eBanks, a Ripple partner, teamed up with Uber in November to be the exclusive payment processor for an instant payment network PIX, overseen by the Central Bank of Brazil. And remember that Ripple met with them last summer. We see this connection right here. Remember what I said earlier. Under every financial rock we look under, we'll see a Ripple connection. Next up, we see from the Rock XRP. He reposted this Cointelegraph article showing that South Korean regulators are reportedly shutting down 11 crypto exchanges. The reason I continue to say get your crypto off exchanges is because regulation is coming and it's going to bring the hammer down on a lot of these sketchy exchanges. A lot of these exchanges are in fact sketchy. They don't have AML KYC compliance. I understand why they're doing it. I'm not necessarily a fan. But what you can do to protect yourself is get your Ledger Nanos, your offline hardware wallets, or get other sorts of wallets to protect yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Gensler has said crypto exchange regulation is coming too. And that is a firm warning, an additional reason why we need to brace for impact. Keep all of this in mind, as I'm going to end this video with a powerful update that is aligning with some speculation we've had in this community for a while. We see here that the IMF's Board of Governors approved a new general allocation of SDRs equivalent to $650 billion. This is important because all member countries will benefit from the newly approved allocation of SDRs, effective August 23rd, 2021. Guys, we have an SDR revaluation coming July 2022. And something to take note of is that they're continuing to bring more utility for this SDR during this global financial crisis caused by a health crisis. The health crisis was the pin that popped the bubble. The debt bubble is still inflating. Hyperinflation is at new all-time highs. The US dollar as the global reserve currency is coming to an end. The US dollar devaluation is a threat. Everyone is pivoting off the US dollar. We saw that Russia did that a few weeks ago, and that cannot be overlooked. As this SDR continues to be used more, we have to remember Ripple's ties to the IMF. We have to remember that the IMF also had a cross-border payments meeting October 19th, 2020 to discuss the benefits of cross-border payments. Stellar was actually on that board. Stellar's Danelle Dixon had a meeting with them. That's important to note. I believe Stellar and XRP will in one way, shape, or form play a massive role in the next generation financial system. And I've been speculating for a long time that an SDR revaluation could include XRP, maybe even XLM. Who knows? Everything runs deep with Ripple. We've seen the meetings and their connections with Christine Lagarde. This is a new Bretton Woods moment, a new financial reset. The Great Reset is upon us, and this may be something you should all be paying attention to. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.